Welcome to IT Playground Podcast, where technology meets innovation. Join us as we explore the latest trends, insights, and expert opinions on all things IT. Today on the Deep Dive, we're tackling a subject that's likely influencing your day-to-day far more than you might realize: artificial intelligence. You shared some really interesting material with us, an article outlining, well, a whole bunch of everyday ways AI is being used. Our mission today is to really dig into these examples and pull out the key ways AI is already shaping your world, often without you even giving it a second thought. It's moved way beyond some sci-fi concept into a present-day reality that touches everything from the apps on your phone to how businesses operate. Let's unpack it and see what jumps out. So the article kicks off with this fascinating statistic. Even though only about a third of people think they're using AI, over 3/4 are actually interacting with services or devices powered by it. That's a huge difference. What strikes you about that disconnect?
It's quite telling, isn't it? I think a big part of that is just how smoothly AI has been integrated into the technology we use all the time.
Yeah.
It operates behind the scenes to improve our experiences so effectively that, well, we often don't even register its presence. When you get a useful suggestion from a streaming service or, a quick, accurate answer from a search engine, it just feels like the technology is working well.
Yeah, like it's supposed to.
Exactly. Not necessarily that there's some sophisticated algorithm at play. It's almost become a victim of its own success, in a way, regarding public awareness.
Exactly. It's become so good at its job that it's almost invisible. The article also emphasizes that the progress in AI development has really accelerated recently,
It really has.
leading to it being embedded in so many things we now just take for granted.
That's right. And to really understand the scope of its pervasiveness, it's useful to have a clear idea of what we actually mean by AI.
Good point.
The article defines it as a field within computer science focused on replicating human thought processes and decision-making through algorithms.
Okay.
What's interesting to remember, though, is that AI isn't just one thing. It's a whole spectrum of technologies.
That's a crucial point the article makes, the diversity within AI. Ranging from really simple automation of tasks to, well, incredibly complex systems capable of outperforming human experts in certain areas.
Definitely.
When people think of AI, their minds often jump straight to those futuristic, almost sentient robots, right?
Yeah, sci-fi version.
But the reality is much broader and, like you said, more integrated into our everyday lives.
Absolutely. So let's maybe delve into some of those everyday examples you flagged from the article.
Let's do it.
One of the most common ones you likely encounter are digital assistants. Things like Siri, Alexa, Cortana, Google Assistant, Bixby.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about your own routine, how often do you reckon you actually interact with one of these on, say, a typical day?
When I actually stop to think about it, it's probably more than I consciously realize. I use voice commands to set reminders, check news headlines, play podcasts.
Yeah.
It all adds up throughout the day. And as the article points out, if you've got a smartphone or a modern laptop, chances are you're using some form of digital assistant software, even if it's just occasionally.
And these assistants are constantly learning, constantly refining their abilities, which makes those interactions feel, increasingly natural and helpful for you.
Definitely getting better.
Another really widespread example highlighted in the article is search engines.
Right, Google and the others.
Yeah. It explains how AI improves search results. Those people also ask. Sections on Google are a prime example.
I use those all the time.
And it provides those handy autocomplete suggestions as you type. It really has streamlined how you find information online.
It's almost like it can read your mind sometimes. That autocomplete feature, yeah, that's definitely saved me a lot of typing time.
For sure.
Then there's social media. The article gets into how AI algorithms on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, how they curate the content you see, and also how they gather user data for advertising purposes. This is something, we all experience this every single time we open those apps.
We do, and it's important to consider that your interactions on these platforms, the posts you like, the videos you watch, comments you leave, even just how long you linger on certain things.
Right.
All contribute to training these algorithms.
Yeah.
In a way, you're actively participating in shaping the content you end up seeing.
That's a really interesting way to think about it, like a continuous feedback loop. Okay, Online shopping is another area where AI is busy behind the scenes, influencing your experience.
Yes.
The article mentions personalized recommendations, how prices might fluctuate based on AI analysis, those chatbots that pop up to help,
Chatbots, yeah.
and even the estimates you get for shipping and potential delays. I know I've definitely had those moments where a product suggestion feels almost, well, too accurate.
Yeah. And what's particularly notable there is the level of personalization AI enables.
Mhm.
Those recommendations aren't just random guesses. They're based on your past purchases, your browsing history,
Right.
creating a really tailored experience specifically for you. And from the business side, as the article notes, AI also helps with things like predicting sales trends, analyzing data in real time.
Which ultimately affects us.
Exactly. It impacts the products and services that become available to you.
Okay, moving on to robots. The article does a good job of painting a picture beyond the usual, sci-fi stereotypes. It highlights real-world applications in aerospace, like the Mars rovers. Perseverance is mentioned.
All right, cool stuff.
In manufacturing, with assembly lines going way back to 1961, apparently. And even in hospitality, like handling check-ins or delivering food. It's a much more diverse range of uses than I think most people probably imagine.
Precisely. These examples really underscore AI's practical impact across various sectors, often leading to increased efficiency, maybe enhanced safety, in ways that directly or indirectly benefit you. It's
Yeah.
a far cry from the humanoid robots we often see depicted in fiction.
Totally different. Okay, transportation and navigation, another key area where AI's influence is really being felt.
Big one.
While self-driving cars get a lot of the buzz, the article points out the more immediate impact of AI in things we use now, like map software providing real-time traffic updates and ETAs,
Absolutely rely on those.
autopilot systems in aircraft, managing traffic flow in cities, and even how rideshare apps calculate fares and estimate arrival times. I know I rely on those real-time ETAs constantly when I'm trying to get somewhere on time.
And as the article correctly highlights, the integration of AI in transportation has definitely contributed to making travel safer, more efficient, and more predictable for you.
Yeah,
Think about how much smoother your daily commute might be thanks to that AI-powered traffic info.
true. Then we come to something many of us use every single day without even thinking about it, text editing and autocorrect.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The article explains how the autocorrect on your smartphone learns your typing habits over time, and how more advanced online editors like, say, Grammarly, can analyze your grammar, style, even originality. It's like having a personalized little writing assistant built right into your devices.
And what's fascinating there is how these tools subtly improve your everyday communication, often catching those little errors you might otherwise just overlook.
Totally.
And the fact that they adapt to your individual writing style is, well, quite remarkable when you think about it.
It really is. Okay, another crucial application that often operates invisibly is fraud prevention.
Very important one.
The article details how AI analyzes massive amounts of banking transactions to identify and flag any suspicious activity, playing a vital role in protecting your finances. It's like a silent guardian for your bank accounts.
It really is. And the sheer scale at which AI can process and analyze data to detect those unusual patterns, it far exceeds human capabilities,
Right.
which makes it an incredibly effective tool in safeguarding your money.
Makes sense. Predictions are another powerful use case for AI. The article points out how AI can identify patterns to predict things like when machinery might need maintenance, or to create predictive models for future trends in various areas.
Yeah, predictive maintenance is a big one.
This helps prevent disruptions in so many services that we depend on.
Exactly. Whether it's anticipating when a piece of equipment might fail or forecasting future consumer behavior, these AI-powered predictions enable more proactive decision-making, which ultimately leads to more reliable and efficient services for you.
Gotcha. Okay, gaming. This is a fun area where AI has made huge strides.
Yeah, it's come a long way.
The article touches on AI's history in games, even getting to the point of beating human champions in some games.
It's like chess and go.
Right. And its ongoing use now in creating more immersive and engaging experiences. Games like Minecraft, with its procedurally generated environments, are mentioned. The sophisticated enemy AI in a game called FEAR, and the realistic NPC non-player character reactions in The Last of Us.
Those are great examples.
It really shows how AI can create dynamic and sort of adaptive entertainment.
It does. And the evolution of AI in gaming clearly demonstrates its ability to create increasingly realistic and sometimes challenging experiences for players by adapting to their actions in real time.
Cool. Now, healthcare is a truly significant area where AI is making a difference.
Huge potential here.
The article discusses its applications in early disease diagnosis, tracking the spread of diseases, and even accelerating the process of drug discovery, all of which have the potential to lead to significantly better patient care. It's an area with just tremendous potential for positive impact.
Absolutely. AI's ability to analyze really complex medical data can lead to earlier, more accurate diagnoses and potentially the development of new, more effective treatments, ultimately improving health outcomes for many people.
That's fantastic. Okay, advertising, another field that's been significantly reshaped by AI.
Definitely.
The article explains how it personalizes the ads you see based on various factors like your demographics, location, past online behavior.
All that tracking data.
Yeah. And it can even assist in creating the ads themselves and optimizing advertising budgets. That's why you and I might see completely different sets of ads when we're browsing the same website.
Precisely. The goal of AI in advertising is, well, ostensibly to deliver ads that are more relevant to you.
Which can be good or bad.
Right. It can sometimes be genuinely helpful and other times feel a little intrusive. And for advertisers, of course, it allows for more targeted and efficient campaigns.
Makes sense. Finally, the article covers the critical role of AI in analytics, highlighting its importance in data science for tasks like forecasting future trends, predictive analytics, real-time monitoring of business operations.
It's kind of the engine behind a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, ultimately, this has a big impact on the products and services that are available to us as consumers.
It really is the engine driving a lot of the improvements and innovations we're seeing across all sorts of industries. By analyzing these vast amounts of data, AI helps businesses gain valuable insights, make better decisions,
Yeah, no,
and ultimately provide better products and services to you.
Right. The article wraps up by emphasizing that these examples are really just the tip of the iceberg.
Not exhaustive at all.
And it encourages businesses to embrace AI, particularly AI analytics, to remain competitive in today's rapidly evolving landscape. It really drives home the point that AI's importance is only going to continue to grow.
It does. The key takeaway for businesses seems clear. AI is no longer some futuristic novelty, but really a fundamental tool for innovation and, well, staying ahead.
So, as we've explored, AI is far from some distant futuristic fantasy. It's a present-day reality that's deeply woven into the fabric of your daily interactions with technology, often in ways that are subtle but incredibly impactful.
From that digital assistant you might use on your phone, to the algorithms shaping your social media feeds, and even the security features protecting your bank account. AI is constantly working behind the scenes, making things more efficient, more personalized, and in many cases, even safer for you.
What's really striking, I think, is just how this technology, which can sound so abstract and complex, how it manifests in such practical and everyday ways for you. It really makes you think. Now that you have a better understanding, perhaps, of AI's presence, how might that change the way you interact with the technology around you?
That's a really insightful question for you, the listener, to ponder. It encourages a more conscious engagement, perhaps, with a technology that's become such an integral part of our lives.
Thanks for tuning in to IT Playground Podcast. Join us next time for more tech talk, insights, and innovation. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more.